Hi, I'm Dominic Lee. Today we're going to talk about the GyroPalm render tool and how you could use it to create beautiful, stylish visualizations for your GyroPalm app. Want to learn more? Stick around. All right, so today we're going to show you how to use the GyroPalm render tool to create amazing wearable mockups without using your camera. Take a look at this result here. This is a render, a high quality render of what a GyroPalm wearable app looks like. If you take a look at the left, we could select a wearable model and it would be able to populate the wearable app according to the wearable background that we select. Notice that the perspective changes on every single different background that we select. This is because the coordinates are saved in the presets, and we can even include our own custom image if we desire. Now, before we get into all of this, let's take a look at how we could take a screenshot of our wearable app. GyroPalm Studio includes a very simple screenshot utility that will allow you to take a screenshot of your app and download it into your computer. What's more, the screenshot utility allows you to download your file from an inbuilt file server. To use the inbuilt file server and screenshot utility, what we have to include is this line here, include snapshot.h. To start with, let's open a test application. Click the edit button and click the code to access the main code. All we have to do is to type in the include for the snapshot utility. Remember that you can only include this when you are ready to take a snapshot of your app. It is not recommended to use the snapshot library for production-based code. Next, we have to look at this function, start file server. What we'll do is we'll go into the void setup code and type start file server. But before we do that, we need to enable Gyropom Realtime to enable a Wi-Fi connection. Let's go back. We could do that by typing in Gyropom Realtime. Instantiate the object as Realtime. Now before we go to the start file server line, we need to include one more line of code that starts the Wi-Fi connection on our wearable device. And that would be realtime.connect Wi-Fi. You could find more about the realtime.connect Wi-Fi method by looking at the firmware documentation. Next, we look at the code that belongs in the void loop. Listen snapshot. This function needs to be run every single time the void loop runs. Next, we'll compile the code. After compilation is successful, click the Flash Device button to flash the firmware on your wearable. Once the firmware is completed uploading, open the serial monitor, click Connect, and reboot your device. Upon startup, you should be able to see the IP address of your wearable device. In our case, it's 192.168.86.38. Make sure you check the serial monitor, as your results may vary. In your browser, you should be able to see the GyroPalm screen capture portal. To take a screenshot of your wearable screen, you could click the Take Snapshot button. After clicking the button, please wait and don't touch the screen on your wearable for the next 10 seconds. After you feel the vibration on your wearable device, right-click on snapshot.bin, click Save Link As, and hit Save. The snapshot.bin file should be downloading on your computer right now. After it's complete, click the Snapshot Converter button. Select your screenshot binary by clicking Browse and typing in snapshot.bin. Click Upload. Now that the file is uploaded, the Gyropalm server will convert this into a PNG image. You should be able to click Download PNG to save the screenshot as a PNG file. Or you could create a mockup render by clicking the green button. Notice that the wearable application is now displayed in mockup view. In case you want to upload an image that is not included by the default wearable models, you can click Custom Image. However, note in mind that your custom image has to be in the background aspect ratio of 16:9. click the Custom Image button. Select the image file that you want to use. Note in mind that the perspective crop is not aligned. Let's align it right now. In the Editor controls, click Enable Editor. At this moment, you may feel free to use the Control button to zoom in on the image. Click and drag each of the corners to align them to the screen. Now you may zoom out again. Click Disable Editor, and your screen has been placed successfully. For future reference, you might want to export these corners. Type in Ctrl-Shift-J in the Chrome browser. Click Export Corners. You'll now see a numerical array with 6 items. Copy this value for future reference. Whenever coming back to this page in the future, you may feel free to use the custom image that you've designated and use the 6 points that you've copied. Let's demonstrate. Open the Wearable file, click Import Corners, paste in your values. The corners will be applied successfully. To save this final image, zoom in and take a print screenshot, or you may also feel free to use the snipping tool. If you desire, you may also wish to save this predefined URL for your screenshot. And that's all there is to it.